Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see here, I actually have a MacBook Air. Now, I wanted to get this MacBook Air. Obviously, I use all of my equipment as PC, but I enjoy Apple products and I actually enjoy Apple's editing software. So, and the laptop that I was currently using was, so I'm always at the PC. So I wanted something that I can take on the go and actually know that it's not going to fail me, and Apple products don't fail me in every experience I've had pretty much. So this is actually on sale for 800 bucks, and this is the 11-inch MacBook Air. So we're going to unbox it, get it open, and I'm going to take you through my setup. Pretty excited about having a MacBook Air. I've always wanted to try Mac, but I just didn't have it in me, man. I just couldn't do it. It's, you get linked to PC and, you just find yourself to where you just can't cut the cord. So I hollered at one of my peoples that I know online, Jose. Shout out to Jose. You know who you are, buddy. And yeah, he's using a Mac, and he's been using a Mac for so long. And he said, listen, he started telling me about the viruses. Well, that's fine. Everything can get a virus, but on Macs, I guess it's just, they don't get them as easy. I don't know. But I'm not worried about viruses. I wanted a nice solid laptop, and this is what I decided to get. So shout out to Jose for, he didn't convince me, he helped confirm what I already knew. So this isn't the lightest laptop like people say, oh, it's so light. It's not the lightest, but still it works. So you get the MacBook in here, and I'm gonna fire it up. There's some, let me turn off all these notifications. There's some literature in here that I'm going to go over. Well, not go over, but I'll show you what's in here. So you get the regular Apple stuff that you don't really care about. And you've got this huge charger. And that's probably going to be it. This is like an industrial grade charger. This thing is supposed to get, wow, that's it. 800 bucks. That's all I get. I don't get no headphones or nothing. Anyway, this thing is supposed to get about 9 hours of battery life. And I'm definitely going to put it to the test. And I'm going to fire it up right now. Let's put all this away. And we're going to get into it. Right now, I've already redone my PC. You didn't know this, but I redid my PC. I upgraded to a 32-inch. And then I also got an HD screen. And all that good stuff. So let me adjust the camera, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and power on, and here we go. Tilt it this way so you guys can see it. Yeah, so this is my first experience with a MacBook at all. I had a Mac computer back when they first launched, and PC came along and just kind of took over. So
use English for the main language.
Wow.
Press the return key.
Talking to me and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I played with this thing at the store for damn near 2 hours, man. I just decided I'm going to play with it just to be sure that I'm gonna like it. And that's kind of how it is. You got to do it. Okay, so this uses my 5 gigahertz. So let me enter my password real quick. Okay, I got my Wi-Fi password in. I'm all signed in, and now it's just going over terms and conditions. Yes, I agree. And yep, let me sign in and create a computer account. Okay, and I'm all set up and I am in. So the first thing I'm going to do is try my trusty mouse here. Now this mouse is just a regular Logitech mouse. Not really a fan of the touchpad here, so I'm going to try to, I know it's a little multi-touch thing. Let's see what happens when you do. I don't even know much about Mac, but I wondered if it's plug and there it is, it's plug and play, so it's working. So this is really nice. I'm pretty excited to have a Mac. I couldn't have asked for anything better for editing my software. The most important thing about this is that it syncs everything that I already have in the cloud. So I can go to the App Store, And I was playing with it at the store, and I was like, wow, there is so much to figure out about the Macs, man. I haven't used the Mac since like the first generation. So this is new to me. So I got to get used to that, having to scroll sometimes with this. But other than that, I think I'm I played with this at the store for like 2 hours, man. So I'm excited. But the main reason that I wanted to get this was this has the full editor for iMovie, and I do some editing with iMovie, but now I can use the full editor of iMovie because it has everything that I need in there. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can use my iMessenger and everything will be synced here. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm going to play with this for a little bit and get it set up and tweaked the way I want it to be. But I just wanted to show you, I finally got me a Mac, and I'm super excited about this Mac. Really, really excited. And I couldn't have asked for a better deal. $100 off. So you've got two 3.0 plugs here. And this is that special cable. I got that in there, and this is where you charge it, and headphones, and I believe those are probably microphones, and nothing at all. I'm really excited though, man. I couldn't be happier. I finally got a Mac, and it is set up. I'm gonna play with this for a little while, and I will see you guys back here shortly. Hey folks, welcome to another video. No, you are not seeing things. Yes, this is a MacBook Air. So I decided to go ahead and get a MacBook Air today because the editing software for Apple, from what I've experienced, is, there's probably some good software that is out there for Windows, but I actually like the setup for the MacBook. You're not seeing things. I actually did go buy this. The Mac thing is, there's not much to an unboxing, but as far as the Mac thing goes, it takes some getting used to. It seems like these computers are built for people that are left-handed, but nonetheless, my first experience with it, I had some problems getting my iPhone to make calls from the computer, but eventually got it working. iMessenger, everything works. Handoff, it's working, I guess, as best as it can. But more importantly, just having the ability to use the software in here, I really like it. AirDrop, there's plenty of things in here, but the main thing that I'll be using is iMovie. And it's different than on your regular iPad or iPhone with the software. So the software here is much more advanced, and it gives me a lot more things I can do with it. So that's kind of the main reason I got this. A buddy of mine said, "Why'd you get it? Because you're gonna edit software with it?" I'm like, "Of course." He said, "Yeah, that's the only thing I would use." And several people say, "Yeah, I'd use that instead of a PC." But some people like, "Oh, you'll get bugs with your with a PC, but you can't get them with a Mac." Well, I don't know. I'm not in it for all that. No debating whether it can get a virus or whatever. I don't really care about that. I just think that I've always wanted a Mac, and I was able to catch this on sale. They have them for $100 off, so I was able to get it. But just the software, the iMovie is actually really, really good software. I've been playing around with it, as you saw. I shot some video, and it's pretty easy to do compared to well, it's about the same as my PC when I use software for editing, but it just seems like it's a little bit more intuitive on this Mac, and it's an overall better experience, I'll say. Now I've been using this since this afternoon, and so the battery, it says you can get about 9 hours of battery, but I'm at about 53%, and I've been using it for the last 6 hours, so the battery should be okay. I'm not looking to get a full 9 hours, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't, whatever. It can at least last 5 hours, I can tell you that. So that's a plus. Now, I've never had a MacBook Air, so I'm a beginner. So I'm sure there's some people out there that have been using MacBooks for long before I have. So there's a ton of things that you can actually tell me and help me with. but I'm going to figure a lot of things out myself because I do have the basics down. There's this huge brick that you get here in 2 pieces. There's like an extender on here that comes with, it's 2 pieces that comes with this. So I just have it ran all the way around, but it's got the magnetic cable right here, and it has this big brick that you can link into. There's actually 2 pieces to that. So but I will be using this for my videos, and I've done a lot of upgrades in the background. You guys probably, you know, I haven't told everybody, but I've upgraded my camera, and which I'm using right now. Upgraded to a nice Samsung camera, and some people can already tell the quality of the videos are a lot different. They're a lot more sharp, clear. They're really good. So I had to upgrade the camera, and now I decided, you know, I'm going to upgrade. I did some upgrades to the PC as well, but as far as the editing goes, I like to edit things on my iPad and iPhone. Believe it or not, you can actually do a lot of editing on those 2 products, because I've done it. So I said, you know what, I might as well just fork over the cash and get a MacBook Air. Now, I didn't go real big, you know, because I'm switching over. So if I'm switching to something new, I don't want to jump in head first and just spend $5 grand on something. You know, I've already invested a lot of money into my PC, and I like my PC. I'll definitely use this for traveling and phone calls, FaceTime, everything. But I will say there's a lot of neat features behind this. So if you don't have an iPhone, and you're going to get one, you know, I could definitely now recommend that if you get a Mac, you won't be disappointed, because it's pretty much, and I'm not going to say it syncs photos and things like that. As far as phone calls, and it picks up my hotspot immediately without me putting in a password. If I turn on hotspot, I mean, it connects instantly. The AirDrop on here and all the little things like that work really fast with this. So, but I was more surprised that it picked up that I had an iPhone immediately, and I'm pretty sure that's because I signed in to iCloud. But as far as the passwords and everything, I've never used a hotspot on this phone, and when I turned on hotspot, the Mac picked up all of my information, and I didn't have to do anything. It just kind of did it itself. I also heard some people saying that the MacBook Air, the latest edition right here, this is, I guess, the 2014 or whatever, I don't know, that it didn't have Bluetooth. But it actually does have Bluetooth. As you can see there, I turned it off. I've synced over Bluetooth, and it works. So, having said that, I'm kind of glad that, you know, I got my, now I'm still Android. Don't get it twisted. Big boy's still here, and it's going to always be there. But I just feel like, you know, it's time to start getting into some different things. And I've never thought I would actually buy another Mac, but when I saw this, it's portable, it's not really affordable. You know, these retail for $8.99, and they're having a sale right now, $100 off, and this is 128 gig. I think about 100 gigs of that, or a little bit more, is available. But just learning this operating system, or just using this particular computer, you know, it's taking some time, because I've been using PC for the last several years. I mean, years, 20 plus, and it's just going to take some time to get back in the groove of using a Mac. I used the first generation. Some of you are probably even born yet, but I used the first one, and it was nice. I do like that I can have Chrome. I've got my mail and everything pretty much that's on my iOS products are down here, and that's another thing. Everything syncs perfectly. Bookmarks, everything is all there. But I got to get used to clicking up here for stuff. I just got to get used to this, man. It's just different. There's no way to say it. It's just different. I don't know, like, you gotta log out or sign out or, you know, shut down up here, because if you don't do it that way, it'll tell you, you know, hey, you're closing this out incorrectly, which is weird, but I guess that could be a good thing though. But like I said, everything works on here. My iMessenger, I haven't even really used my iPhone much. I've just been using my phone to do a lot of the messaging and phone calls. I've taken phone calls on it already. It's really nice. The little thing pops up right here. But overall, I think I'll enjoy this experience. The software, this video, I'm actually gonna load it to this Mac, because my Samsung, I just plug it in and it actually opens up the iMovie immediately for me, which is the reason I got it. So it opens it up immediately, and I can just start editing or just chopping or just uploading, period, without doing much at all. Put an intro on there, and boom, done. So this is just a quick video. I wanted to show you that I actually decided to go ahead and get a Mac. This is actually a really nice computer, man. It just feels premium all the way around. But there are so many limitations to this. It's almost unbelievable that, you know, I'm crazy enough to spend this kind of money on something like this. But I guess in the end, I always say you got to pay for quality sometimes. And I truly believe that this is a quality product just based on handling it. I've seen these before. I know plenty of people that have them, but this is my first one. So you only get these 2 ports here, but they're 3.0, so that's cool. You get one here, and you get the charging and then the headphone, and that's it. There are no other ports on here. There's nothing. But you're getting it because it can do what you want. I wouldn't have this if it was something that wasn't going to be something I could use. And I don't know if I'm going to stop using a PC all the way around, but until I can learn the Mac operating system, as soon as I powered this on, it immediately told me there was an update for Yosemite, and then it loaded up all these things. It was pretty quick and seamless. I didn't really have to do much, just let it sit and do its own thing. But I have noticed that sometimes when I click on something, it takes a second to open up. But, you know, it's nothing that I haven't experienced on a PC. I haven't really experienced any crashes or fails like that, but, you know, it's just getting used to it. So I immediately put it on Chrome on there just in case I needed something to get to, because there are tons of things that I have synced on Google that I just do not have synced on iOS, and I keep it that way. So I think I'm going to enjoy this. I'm actually going to obviously I'm using my camera. I already upgraded my camera, so I'm just going to pop this in and plug it into this computer, and it'll open iMovie, because that's what I'm going to be using it for, and chop it any way I want to chop it. So, but should just be a straight upload right here. I'm not doing anything special with this video. I'm just kind of talking about it, you know, I got one, but there's not much editing needed for this. Just a straight upload. I'll put an intro on the front end. That's it. But I think I'll enjoy the software on here, because I actually like the iOS products, you know. So this will be interesting. I'm curious to see if someone can give me some tips and tricks. I'll be reading on my own, but if you have some kind of special thing that can help make this more user friendly for me, I'd love to hear your comments on there. Let me know if you already use a Mac, how long you've been using a Mac. If you have this new model of the MacBook Air, let me know what you've done to yours. And I definitely got to get my logo up here. I'm so not a fan of this wallpaper. But I will see you guys in the next video. Overall, I mean, one other thing. When I was using this, the fan finally kicked on, and the fan in this thing is loud. And our office area is not. Well, okay, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't big, but this is a big room, and there's actually 2 computer areas in here. You probably hear some clicking. You know, someone's behind me clicking and typing right now at the other part of the office area. So, but this is a big area, and I could still hear that fan come on. And I was like, what is that noise? And it turns out it was the fan to the computer. So, not that it's a bad thing, but no one's in here but me pretty much all the time. So, and I'm just either recording or doing a blog or something, tweeting, or just checking the blogs, or just doing whatever. So anyway, let me get out of here and quit jabbering on, man. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this computer. I'm gonna like it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to rate and subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and let me know what you think. If you have a Mac, what have you done with yours, and what should I do to mine? I've already got the latest operating system on here, the Yosemite, or whatever it's called. It immediately prompted me, I love the little light up on the back right there. It immediately prompted me to update. As soon as I turned the computer on, after I did my sign on and everything, it prompted me, hey, there's an update, you need to hurry up and get it. So we shall see. All right, guys, it's Jay Will. You know what time it is. I will see you in the next one. Take care.